in oblique blocks. Blocks in high-density polystyrene 30 kg per square meter, used for the construction of reinforced concrete pools with insulation inside and outside. A pool range. Right standard block. Corner R15 block. Special angle block for Roman base step units. Block curved. Closed block. Standard blocks have the following benefits. Easier and cheaper to transport. Easy to store. Takes up less space. Marking and deployment of a pool. Place a pole as a reference point, datum, defining the 0 point. The 0 point serves as a reference depth for the pool. Mark out the perimeter of the pool. The pool should be aligned and square. The excavation should be at least 60 centimeters on all sides bigger than the finished pool size. This allows for ease of working and for installation of pipework. This can be backfilled later. Remove the excavated material from site. Remember to retain sufficient material for backfilling. Continue with the trench to take the pipes and electrical cabling to the pump house. Preparation for the foundation of the base. The removal of loose soil, placing gravel in the bottom of the pool. Allow depth of 15 centimeters more than the finished depth of the pool for the concrete. Place stakes to align and define the perimeter of the pool. Using 2 diagonal lines, mark the point of the drain. The drain to be located at the maximum depth of the pool. Placement of steel reinforcing bar to support the reinforcing mesh. The mesh should be of 4 or 5 mm in diameter throughout the pool area. Placement vertical reinforcing bars of 8 or 10 mm diameter of 50 cm spacing around the perimeter of the pool. These vertical bars are then secured to the steel mesh. Laying the concrete slab. The slab should be at least 10 cm or better 15 cm thick. A smooth, even finish is required without any kind of irregularities. Preparation for placing the first block. Mark the diagonals of the pool to start assembling the blocks. Use a string to align the first block. Mounting structure of in oblique. Place 2 iron bars of 8 mm around the perimeter of the pool. Start the assembly by placing the first block in the corner of the deep end of the pool. Remove the projections pins from the bottom of the first block so that they sit flat on the concrete slab. Apply pressure to ensure it bonds firmly to the concrete slab. Continue to align the blocks around the perimeter of the pool. In a pool of unequal depth, cut the blocks at an angle where the slope starts. After the first row of blocks is completed, place 2 or 4 rings of 8 mm steel reinforcing bars. Continue with the second row, taking care to overlap the blocks. Apply the spray glue in oblique product to join the blocks. Opting for the 4 steel bars, use a plastic tie wrap to secure them in place. Continue building the blocks in this way until the desired height of the pool walls is reached. Finally, place vertical bars of 8 or 10 mm diameter of 50 cm intervals around the perimeter of the pool. Accessories installation. Firstly, cut off the pins from the top of the last course of plugs. Placing skimmer. Marking the area for cutting. The skimmer should be 1 centimeter lower than the top level of plugs. Setting up the spotlight. Marking the area for cutting 55 to 60 centimeters below the final water level. Remove the cut piece and install the light fitting. Installation of the vacuum point. Marking the area for cutting 30 to 35 centimeters below the final water level. Remove the cut piece and install the vacuum point. Construction of the Roman bay steps. The steps are constructed from standard hollow concrete blocks of 15 centimeters. Build up the blocks to the desired height, backfill the gaps with hardcore and top them off with cement, ensuring the surface is smooth and even. The top step should be at least 30 centimeters below the finished height of the pool. Installation of the special profile for anchoring the liner. Glue the special inoglet profile using silicone glue. The glue can be spread thickly or thinly to ensure the profile is level. The profile must be cut to fit the curvature of the radius of the corners and of the Roman bay steps. Where the profile of the pool walls meets the profile of the Roman bay, cut the profile at 45 degrees to ensure the two parts meet correctly and the line of the groove for the liner continues uninterrupted. Place a profile cut to the curvature of the Roman staircase. Installation of branching bars. Install bracing bars along the pool's entire length to support the walls while the concrete is introduced. Laying the concrete, walls and stairs. Firstly, ensure the pool walls are of the correct height and level. It is better to use a pump to introduce the concrete into the cavities of the plugs. Introduce the concrete around the pool evenly, making several circuits and filling the cavity evenly. The concrete should be of high quality. This can reduce time and construction. Connection of pipework. Using rigid tube and elbows, drop the service pipes to the bottom of the excavation trench. Then connect these to flexible pipes and take them to the pump house. The PVC pipes should be firstly cleaned with solvent and then glued using a good quality PVC glue. Finally, connect the service pipes to their correct points on the pump house. After 24 or 48 hours, remove the bracing bars. Backfill the trench around the pool. Cover the exposed tubes with sand to protect them, and backfill the trench with earth or hardcore. Install steel mesh at 4 or 5 mm diameter. Installation of coping stones. Start fixing the 4 corners. Fix with cement or recommended adhesive and fit with an overhang of 2 or 3 centimeters over the edge of the pool. Carefully measure along a line between each corner. Allow a gap of 7 or 8 mm between each coping. Work from the outside towards the center of each line, trying to avoid ending with a small coping. Where possible, cut the copings in order to maintain the minimum measurement of 35 to 40 centimeters.